So in today's video I'm going to be going through the new summon tag weapons that have been implemented in the new Terraria 1.4 update. So if this video is anyway informative, remember to leave a like and also subscribe, and let's get started with the video. Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on this channel, and today I'm going to be showcasing all of the new summon tag whips that have been implemented in the new Terraria 1.4 update. There are 8 new whips that have been added in the game, which deal a new type of damage called summon tag damage. Like the other whips, enemies hit by the whip are targeted by minions, so when a whip is used on a mob, it will deal summoned attack damage to other surrounding mobs in the vicinity. So the first whip that I'm going to be going through is the leather whip, which does 14 summon damage, extremely weak knockback, 4 summon tag damage. Your summons will focus struck enemies, and the information about this is that it's purchased for 3 gold from the zoologist, and to get the zoologist you need to complete 10% of the bestiary. So I've got these dummies right here, and I'm going to show how much damage the leather whip actually does. So as you can see, the highest number that I'm currently getting is about 15 to 16, and interestingly none of the whips actually do critical strike chance, which is quite interesting, to be honest. I'm not sure why Relogic chose to do that, but I guess there's a reason to everything. So the second whip I'm going to be going through is the Snapthorn, which does 18 summon damage, extremely weak knockback, 6 summon tag damage. Your summons will focus struck enemies and strike enemies to gain attack speed. So the Snapthorn can be made with 12 stingers, 3 vines, 3 jungle spores, and an anvil. So, and as you can see on the dummies, the average damage count is about 19 to 20, I guess. And this actually inflicts poison, so it does continuous damage for about 5 seconds. So the next whip that I have in this category is the Firecracker, which does 40 summon damage, very weak knockback. Your summons will focus struck enemies, strike enemies with blazing energy, and blazing energy explodes from enemies hit by summons. So the Firecracker has a 12.5% chance to drop from the wall of flesh when killing it, and this is what it. Okay, I'm using the wrong one. This is what it does. As you can see, it does much more damage than the Snapthorn, and ignites them on fire, which is pretty cool. Okay, so I'm gonna try this on Knife Cthulhu and see how fast I kill it with the Firecracker. Okay, there it is, and okay, so you get this by the wall of flesh. So I guess it's a hard mode weapon because you get it, you know, when killing it. So it's doing about 30-40 damage, I'm guessing. Yeah, in that sense, average about 35. And so yeah, okay. Oh, okay. I think it's gonna go to second phase. There you go. Okay, so with all mobs and bosses, the summon tag damage does work as well. So as you can see with the Eye of Cthulhu, you can see that rotating circle, which means that it's inflicted with summon tag damage. Okay, and there you go. Okay, that wasn't that hard. I mean, it took quite a while. Okay, so the next weapon I have is the Cool Whip, which does 50 summon damage, extremely weak knockback. Your summons will focus strike enemies to summon a friendly snowflake. Let me have some of that Cool Whip. Okay, so okay, let me show how much damage it does on. Okay, I'm using the wrong one. So it does about okay, it does about 44 to 50 damage, I'm guessing. Yeah, it does. And to get the Cool Whip, what you need to do is have 8 Souls of Light and Night and a Frost Core, which can be dropped by the Ice Golems, and that's how you craft it. And as you can see, the summon tag damage attacks the dummies, which is really cool, to be honest. I really like these summon tag damage weapons, to be honest. So the next weapon I have is the Durendal, which does 55 summon damage, very weak knockback, 9 summon tag damage. Your summons will focus struck enemies and strike enemies to gain attack speed. So the Durendal can be made with 12 hallowed bars and mithril or arochalcum anvil in hard mode, and this is what it does. So there's no special effects. it just does more damage than the cool whip, I'm guessing. Yeah, 55 summon damage. Okay, so the next whip is the Dark Harvest, which does 100 summon damage, very weak knockback. Your summons will focus struck enemies, strike enemies with dark energy to gain attack speed. Dark energy jumps from enemies hit by summons. So the Dark Harvest is actually dropped by the pumpkin. So this is how much damage it does. Okay, it does a lot more than the Durendal, so it does about 100 summon damage. So I'm getting about 95 to 110 damage on average. Okay, so the weapon after the Dark Harvest is the Kaleidoscope, which does 165 summon damage, weak knockback, 20 summon tag damage, 10% summon tag critical strike chance. So this one actually does critical strike chance as well as a Morningstar, and your summons will focus struck enemies. So this does a whole lot more damage. So I'm getting about like 170, 180. Which is pretty cool. Let me spawn another Eye of Cthulhu to see how fast I can defeat it. Okay, there it is. And okay, so this is much quicker than the other whips that are in this category. And okay, I'm not sure if you can go through walls, but okay, let me kill it, and it's nearly dead. There you go. Okay, you can go through walls. That's something I can confirm. Okay, so the final whip that I have is the Morningstar, which does 180 summon damage, extremely strong knockback, 9/5 summon tag damage, 5% summon tag critical strike chance, and your summons will focus struck enemies. So this is what it does. I mean, there's no special effects, and to get the Morningstar, it's actually dropped in the hard mode dungeon. So that's how you get it. And I'm getting about so this does the most summon damage out of all of these whips, which is so the Morningstar does 180, and I'm getting about 191, 200, which is pretty cool. And so there you go. So these are all of the whips that have been implemented in the new Terraria 1.4 update. And if this video was informative and enjoyable, remember to leave a like and also subscribe if you want to. And I'll see you guys in the next one.